Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Hi, it's me, Kate, and I am here to do your reading for the week of August 2nd through the 8th as we're leading up into that Lionsgate portal that is happening on August 8th. There is a meditation on the channel if you're into that kind of thing, of using that energy to create something that I've done a number of times in the past. I'll probably go do that meditation on the 8th myself. It's on the channel somewhere. I'll try to link up below. Anyway, we are going to look at your reading. We're going to do a Celtic cross. We've got some oracle cards. We've got clarifying cards. And this is my second reading for you because the first one was a little messed up. And a lot of that energy was coming out. I'm going to keep it on the table because Ten of Swords is the ending of a very negative situation that was kind of heartbreaking. It's dead, done, and over with. And that is so much the energy of what is happening for August for so many of us with these eclipses coming up. Just the energy is, things are shifting. But I think these eclipses, honestly, are so positive. Your August reading, I think, was pretty good overall. So let's see what's going on for this week for Sagittarius. High Priestess. Beautiful. That's the energy you're coming in with. Very, very much attuned to your spiritual self. And you've got the Queen of Pentacles as the energy that is around you. We've got the Knight of Pentacles as the basis of this reading. Tower moment in your recent past. We've got the Nine of Swords as a potential. The Hierophant in your immediate future. Ace of Wands in your negative feelings. King of Pentacles in your external factors. Three of Wands in your hopes and wishes. Sorry, I'm laughing because I have a feeling. Eight of Cups as your outcome. And, of course, we had that Ten of Swords that popped out. And we have the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Lots of endings and beginnings. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? But I feel like you are divinely protected, actually. And you kind of already know what's going on. We're already in the eclipse energy. I have been feeling it for about the past 2 weeks. And as August is approaching, I'm recording this now on the 29th of July. And I feel it. I can feel it coming. And you might be feeling it too because you are in that High Priestess energy. High Priestess is a very, very intuitive person. Very good at manifesting. Very just in tune with the higher self. In tune with who she is. Beautiful energy, absolutely beautiful energy, and you're coming in with this. I have a feeling that whatever has happened with this tower in your recent past, and the tower, of course, is the lightning bolt, the shocking situation that breaks you free. I have a feeling that that put you in this place. Because I've had an experience lately where I found these dogs in my neighborhood, and they had to go to the shelter. And as soon as they put them in the truck to bring them to the shelter, I couldn't have any more dogs. I have 2 dogs. I have 2 cats. My daughter just brought home another cat. I have 5 animals in my house. I cannot have 2 big dogs. If I had a farm, they would be here still. But I was so sad when they put them in the truck. I broke down into tears and just started crying like somebody was taking my family members away. I knew these dogs for a grand total of 2 days. But still, that experience of, it just kind of cracks you open. And I had to go on an errand and I was driving and I just got all of these massive downloads because I got cracked open. I was in this emotional state where I was just kind of raw. And because I had something like this happen, I was able to just like get these downloads. So I think that similar thing is happening with you. You have to be in sort of this cracked open state in order to really receive spirit. And I think that's what's going on for you. Now, you are being called into becoming the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is someone who feels very secure. She knows that her stuff is all okay. No matter what's going on, she knows that she's provided for. Queen energy is all about the knowing of the suit. So Queen of Wands, somebody who knows how to make things happen and get things done and doesn't care what anybody else thinks. And Queen of Pentacles is, I know who I am. And I know I am always supported. It's like Empress energy as it relates to stuff. So she just magically knows that money's just always going to come. Her stuff is always going to be fine. She's always going to be okay. And I think that with the High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles together is just like this inner knowing. The call is for stability and security, for you to take your spiritual knowingness and to put that into the knowingness that in this physical reality of stuff, as the spiritual being having a physical experience, knowing that you are always okay. And you are always more okay than you ever allow yourself to believe. If you are like me, at least, I think back over my life and it's like, I've always been okay. Even through really, really challenging things, I've always been okay. The basis of this reading is Knight of Pentacles. This is the slow knight, but he is building a steady as he goes, solid foundation. And so as the basis of the reading, this is what Spirit is trying to tell you. This thing, this tower that happened in your immediate past was not something that was going to give you freedom and flexibility. It might have been a stable tower, but it didn't allow you the freedom of movement and the freedom of knowing who you are as a spiritual being having a physical experience. The Knight of Pentacles is the one that's helping you do that. It is the energy of building something that is solid, foundational, and is going to give you the freedom of movement. Because we've got the Ace of Swords. This is new idea, the spark of a new idea. And it's also like cutting away of the things that no longer serve you. And we had that Ten of Swords also fall out before I started putting out the Celtic Cross. And the Ten of Swords is something is over with. Something is dead, done, and over with. It's sometimes a painful situation that's just like, boy, this situation, this was not good, but it's over with. It's done. Something is done. And it may have happened in a very shocking way, but that shockingness has put you into a place where you are now being called into the Queen of Pentacles in a very methodical way with a spiritual knowledge. Now, in your potentials, you have the Nine of Swords, which is the sleepless nights, worrying about things, just being kind of tortured by your thoughts. This is in your potentials. This is not what's in your future, but it's something you could go into. It's something that if you don't let go of whatever is no longer serving you and you try to hold on to it, this is something that is in your potentials. It's something that can come into being, but not necessarily what is coming into being. In your immediate future, however, this is, according to the Celtic Cross, what you're moving into, the Hierophant. So having the High Priestess here, sort of that feminine energy of receiving knowledge, and then kind of mastering all of that. The Hierophant is someone who has the spiritual knowledge, knows what the spiritual knowledge has been for centuries. He's also a blessing to others, and he's someone that's blessing you. So I think whatever has happened in the past is a blessing in disguise, because it's bringing you back to your spiritual knowingness, both from the yin standpoint as well as the yang standpoint. You're going into yin right now of this knowingness and then sort of this mastery of spiritual knowledge. I think this is absolutely beautiful. Actually, some of the hardest things that happen to us in life can be the most amazing things. You have the Ace of Wands in your negative feelings. This is the spark of a new idea. It's just the spark, though. It's something that you have to feed a little bit, but you have this new idea, but it's in your negative feelings. I don't think you really want to. You have a lot of new energy. You've got two aces here. You've got the Ace of Swords, the mental acuity of this is what we're doing. And then the Ace of Wands, this spark of a new idea, spark of a new journey, a new venture. And you've got negative feelings about the spark of the new venture of like actually doing the work. But this idea, this mental idea, doesn't have any negativity to it, but there can be negativity around starting something new. And I think it can be, I don't want to start anything new because I was just doing this thing and I built this really great tower and now it's gone. But this is kind of cracking you open so that you can have something much more sustainable. The Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and then in your external factors, you've got the King of Pentacles. So this could be something that has happened in your family, and this is you, and this is your partner, but you guys are mastering. This guy's the master of the Pentacles. He's got it all figured out. Something happens, he knows how to solve it. Need to invest something, he knows where to invest it. stock market goes down, he doesn't worry because he knows he can move stuff around and recoup his losses. He knows how to manifest things. He knows how to handle his pentacles. He's got spreadsheets. He's got accounting software. He knows how to deal with taxes, mastering it. So this is in your external factors. Now, if you're not in a relationship, I mean, we do have the Queen and King of Pentacles, but these guys can kind of be not a lot of passion going on with them. This person knows how to handle the stuff, though. So if there's something challenging happening, maybe your stock market portfolio did go down and you're like, what does this mean? We were going to retire in 5 years and now I don't think we can. So whatever is going on, this person is going to master it. Let him. You stay here and know and trust that he's going to figure it out. Knight of Pentacles, we want something that's stable. It's going to take some time because he's slow. You, however, are not desiring slow because in your hopes and wishes, you have the Three of Wands. This is somebody who's looking out at the ocean and is ready for a new adventure. And maybe you lost some money and that's the Tower moment and you were ready to go on vacation. And now you're like, now we got to change how we're doing these things. This is somebody who's ready for adventure, waiting for their ships to come in. This is your desire. This is what you want. But our outcome is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is leaving something that felt really good behind because you're moving towards something that is much better. Moving towards something that is better than what you've had, but you have to leave the thing behind. And we've got the dead, done, and over. We've got endings and we've got beginnings. Really, the only thing with this big change that is happening for you that can cause you any problems is if you try to hold on. Change is happening no matter what, but the purpose of the change is a solid foundation. The purpose of the change is to bring you something that is going to allow you more freedom, deeper connections to spirit, more adventure, and what you had before wasn't going to do all of that for you. I think this is a really beautiful reading. I mean, there's just the cautionary, don't go into the sleepless nights. Don't worry about it is basically what Spirit's trying to sell you. Spirit's trying to sell you, we've got you. Just trust and know. Beyond trust. Actually, this is not someone who trusts the Queen of Pentacles. She's not in trust mode. She's in knowing mode. And when you know, there's no need for trust because there's nothing that's uncertain. It is just knowing. She knows. And the Hierophant knows. The High Priestess knows. It's all this spiritual knowing of knowing that everything's going to be just fine. And then that King of Pentacles, let him do his thing. Whoever that is, with your external factors. And if it's you that's being called to be the King of Pentacles towards your external things, then you know you can do that because you've got the yin and the yang. So if you are not in a relationship or you don't have a financial advisor, you're going to be just fine. Spirit's telling you just King of Pentacles at all of the external stuff that you need to solve. All right, let's pull some clarifiers on this very interesting reading. And if this reading is resonating, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I do these readings every single week. And I want to do live streams every single Sunday, except now I've got family here for the next 2 weeks, and then I got to travel. So, I had plans. I'll get back to it as soon as I can. All right, we've got the King of Wands. That's beautiful. That is wonderful energy to come out as a clarifier because that guy is confident. Also, this is another thing of just knowing. He knows everything's fine because he's just going to make it fine. It is someone who is confident. He is self-assured. He's not worried about any tower moments because he'll just fix everything. Everything is fine. So you have spiritual support and you have the will to make things happen. Everything's going to be fine. I think you feel like with the Ace of Wands being in your negative feelings, I think you feel like you have to start from ground zero again. But I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing the spark of a new idea that could start a new journey. But I feel like we don't have a Page of Pentacles here. It's not like the start. It's like you're taking the pieces of the tower and you're turning it into something. But the real call of what Spirit wants you to do is have confidence not just in the physical stuff, have confidence with the spiritual stuff too. which is really important for this Lionsgate portal, is to just be really, really in your spiritual knowingness as this energy is coming forward. If you go into the Lionsgate with the Nine of Swords and you're worrying, then you just kind of amplify all of your worries, and we don't want that because we are moving on. The outcome of this is moving on to something better than you had before. The card right before the Eight of Cups is the Seven of Cups, where you're spoiled for choice and you can't make the decision. And now you've made the decision and you're like, yeah, I don't want any of this. I got this other thing over here. I'm going to chase that down. So you are moving on to something that's better. And you have the King of Pentacles coming out again. So you've got the King of Pentacles coming out twice. So that to me would say, Spirit really wants you to focus on that energy. Spirit really wants you to I think, honestly, I don't think it's the person external to you. I think that you need to be the King of Pentacles as it relates to your pentacle stuff, as it relates to your investments, your car, your house, all of the things in the pentacle world. You have to be the master of it. You have to know with the Queen of Pentacles, and then you have to master it. I feel like this is all just speaking to your energy. All right, that didn't flip over, so we are going to pull one more clarifier, and you got the World. That's beautiful energy to have coming forward. That's the end of the Fool's journey, and it is a successful end of the Fool's journey. I mean, if you look at the card, there's a wreath on it, right? It's this person who's in the middle of this wreath, and it is winning. You won the Fool's journey. So I think, this reading is telling us, something's dead, done, and over with. The Tower, something fell. Something that was limiting is no longer there. I think it's got you just a little bit on shaky ground, but Spirit is trying to tell you, like, no, it's supposed to happen this way, because if it didn't happen this way, it wouldn't have cracked you open so that you could hear Spirit more. And now that you have the spiritual connection, now we can build the thing that is going to be stable for the long term. And that is beautiful. All right, let's get into some messages from the universe. And I'll read this card to you and just imagine it's the universe talking to you, or God, or Spirit, whatever feels like the right word for you. You know what it is. All that is what I would call it. And we are getting... Try not to dwell on the past or spend too much time worrying about the future. All it does is steal your joy and sense of inner peace. Concentrate on the here and now. Enjoy every moment for what it is. You are creating new memories. So that to me is just a confirmation that we do not want to worry about this, because it's all going to be okay. Even in the darkest times, it's all going to be okay. Ask me how I know. Let's pull some of these tea leaf cards and see if there's any confirming messages or additional messages that Spirit would want you to know. And we are getting broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. Take that as it resonates. Next up, we've got claw. Be careful. Do not take risks. I'm going to put that with the Knight of Pentacles, because he does not take any risks. He is slow. He is methodical. He is not investing in crypto. I had a bunch of crypto for a while, and boy, it was a roller coaster. And I got out of that, and I got out of it before the last little run up and then crash. And boy, it was nice not being on that roller coaster. Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Hello, King of Pentacles. That's also kind of King of Wands. Very shrewd and very resourceful. And then we've got I. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. High Priestess for sure. High Priestess and the Hierophant, both with spiritual knowledge. Wow, big energies coming in for you, Sagittarius. Big changes. But I think, the biggest, scariest thing has already happened. The Tower is in the past. And now it's just like, get in touch with your spirituality. Let go of the past. Start building that financial future that's solid. That no rug pulling. No more rug pulling. Maybe you are in crypto too. The Tower is kind of the crypto card. It's just, I don't know. Sounded like a good idea when I got into it in 2016, like a long time ago. And I made a ton of money. And then, yeah, I don't have that ton of money anymore because one of my family members decided to become ill. All right, there you go. There's your reading. You're going to be just fine. There are so many messages here of you are going to be just fine. The hard part is over. New things are coming in. Open up to the new thing, the new journey. Where you are off to with the Eight of Cups is way better than what you had before. Good things coming.